In this fast-paced world, we're constantly bombarded with the expectation to be someone else, to play roles that may not truly align with who we are. The pressures of society often drive us to put on facades just to fit in, and many of us lose sight of our true selves in the process. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to just let go? To stop pretending, to stop trying to be someone you are not, and simply exist as the authentic version of yourself? This is exactly what Jim Carrey talks about in his candid and eye-opening speech. Carrey, known for his humor and the countless iconic roles he has played, speaks not just about the ups and downs of fame, but also about the deep desire to live authentically and the peace that can come from letting go of false personas. His journey resonates with anyone who has ever felt the burden of expectations and the yearning to be free from them. Jim Carrey begins by discussing how he has long since stopped trying to fit into other people's expectations. He shares that if he had a day where no one would recognize him, he wouldn't be much different, because he gave up trying to be something for others a long time ago. Carrey embraces being himself without worrying about what others think, except for when he wants to be funny or outrageous. He emphasizes the importance of being genuine and true to oneself. Instead of trying to constantly please others, he prefers making genuine connections, like saying hello and asking how someone's day is going, rather than snapping a quick selfie to boost superficial relevance. Carrey delves into the difference between sadness and depression, highlighting how depression isn't just an emotional reaction, but rather a signal from our body and soul that we need a break from the exhausting roles we play. Depression is about needing deep rest from the character that we create for ourselves to fit into the world. He believes that acting has allowed him to explore and reconfigure the different fragmented parts of himself, using them to create something positive for people to watch. He also talks about his early life and the inspiration he drew from his father, Percy. Jim's father, who could have been a great comedian, chose a more conservative path and became an accountant to ensure a stable life for his family. Despite this, Percy never lost his charisma and humor, lighting up every room he entered. Carrey describes how his father influenced him to pursue a career in comedy and acting, showing him the value of laughter and connection. One of the most impactful lessons he learned from his father was that one can fail at something they don't love, so it's better to take a chance on doing what they are passionate about. As a child, Carrey often entertained guests by throwing himself down the stairs in exaggerated slow motion, making people laugh and, in doing so, feeling a sense of connection and purpose. His drive to entertain came not just from a desire for attention, but from a deep-seated need to spread joy, much like his father did. It wasn't long before Carrey realized that his true calling was to bring laughter and happiness to others. Carrey then shifts his focus to the concept of fear and how it shapes our choices. He points out that fear will always be present in our lives, but it's up to us to decide how much influence it has. Many people choose practicality over passion because of fear disguised as pragmatism. They deem their true dreams impossible, never daring to ask for what they really want. Carrey shares how, at 28, he came to a realization after spending years as a professional comedian. His purpose was to free people from their worries. He recognized that while he was successful in making others laugh, he hadn't freed himself from his own fears and expectations. This marked the beginning of his journey of self-discovery, to understand who he was beyond his fame and to challenge the roles and expectations that others had of him. The speech takes a profound turn when Carrey talks about finding true peace. He explains that real peace lies beyond personality, beyond the need for acceptance, and beyond the invented personas we create. It's about letting go of the armor we put on to protect ourselves from judgment and rejection. Carrey urges his audience to take risks, to allow themselves to be seen for who they truly are, in all their glory. He emphasizes that life is about seizing opportunities as they come, not worrying about how things will unfold, but trusting that the doors will open when the time is right. One of the most striking moments of the speech is when Carrey tells the audience, "Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you." Though he admits that he isn't entirely sure if this statement is true, He chooses to see challenges as beneficial, as a way to deal with them in the most positive manner possible. He encourages people to develop their own style, to be ready to do beautiful things, and to always choose love over fear. According to Carrey, choosing love means not allowing fear to make you invisible in this world and not letting it turn you against your own playful spirit. He also touches on the concept of identity and how people struggle with trying to be something for others. Carrey uses his own life as an example, describing how he was once depressed because he was trying to be the Wizard of Oz. He realized that Oz was just a character, a construct that wasn't truly him. By letting go of that, he found a sense of peace. He conveys the idea that emotions like sadness and happiness are like passing weather, temporary states that shouldn't be allowed to define one's entire existence. In a moment of epiphany, Carrey describes how he came to understand that thoughts are often the root of suffering. He began to view his thoughts from a different perspective, asking himself, "Who is it that is aware that I am thinking?" This shift allowed him to detach from his thoughts and experience a profound sense of freedom. He humorously notes that even when he goes to sleep, he's still Jim Carrey, two-time Golden Globe winner, and that, in his dreams, he imagines being a three-time Golden Globe winner. He jokingly adds that maybe then he would finally feel enough and could stop searching for fulfillment in external achievements. Carrey goes on to emphasize the importance of letting go of the need for external validation. He shares that the constant pursuit of success and recognition can become a never-ending cycle, leaving us perpetually dissatisfied. True fulfillment, according to Carrey, comes not from the accolades or the fame, but from an inner sense of peace and contentment. He encourages his audience to focus on the present moment, to appreciate the beauty of life as it unfolds, rather than getting caught up in the chase for something that may ultimately prove to be hollow. He also highlights the value of vulnerability. Carrey believes that allowing oneself to be vulnerable is a powerful way to connect with others and to live a more meaningful life. By dropping the mask and showing who we truly are, we open ourselves up to genuine relationships and experiences. Vulnerability, he says, is not a weakness but a strength. It is the gateway to true connection and fulfillment. Another key aspect of Carrey's message is the idea of playfulness. He speaks about the importance of maintaining a sense of play, even as adults. The world often pressures us to be serious, to focus on responsibilities and duties. But Carrey reminds us that play is an essential part of the human experience. It is through play that we discover our passions, express our creativity, and connect with others on a deeper level. By embracing our playful nature, we can navigate life with a lighter heart and a greater sense of joy. Ultimately, Carrey's message is one of self-acceptance, authenticity, and the power of love over fear. He encourages his audience to shed the roles they've been playing, to take risks, and to embrace their true selves without fear of judgment. He believes that real fulfillment doesn't come from external success or validation, but from within, from being true to oneself and choosing love. Jim Carrey's speech serves as a powerful reminder that authenticity is the key to living a fulfilled life. One of the most profound lessons is that the roles we play, whether for others or ourselves, can become burdens that prevent us from experiencing true peace. By shedding these roles, we allow ourselves to connect with the world in a more meaningful way. Carrey's journey of self-discovery teaches us that it's okay to let go of the need for validation, to take risks, and to embrace who we truly are. Another significant takeaway is the idea that fear often disguises itself as practicality, holding us back from pursuing our passions. We are conditioned to believe that certain dreams are out of reach, but Carrey challenges us to defy these limitations. His father's experience taught him, and now teaches us, that we can fail at what we don't want, so we might as well take a chance on doing what we love. Finally, Carrey's reflections on depression and deep rest resonate deeply. In a world that often glorifies busyness and constant striving, it's important to remember that sometimes our minds and bodies need a break from the characters we create. Depression, as Carrey describes it, is a call for deep rest from the exhausting roles we play. By acknowledging this need and allowing ourselves to rest, we can begin to heal and reconnect with our true selves. In conclusion, Jim Carrey's speech challenges us to reevaluate the way we see ourselves and the world. It urges us to drop the masks we wear, to be courageous in the face of fear, and to choose love over everything else. Life, as Carrey beautifully puts it, isn't happening to us, it's happening for us. And with that understanding, we can move forward with a playful heart, ready to embrace all the beauty and opportunities that life has to offer.